What's up, guys? The Strong Boys 19 here. So, this is going to be on my personal take about what's been going on across the media, both online and as well as there's been, I would say, a lot of in person talks with the Oasis name once again. So, we know about the state of Oasis throughout the band's history, from album eras to lineup changes, and their success and fame being a big influence in Britpop and the 90s heyday, and with Oasis being one of the world's biggest selling and most popular bands of all time. The most important thing about being in a band is not only to be with your mates who you love, writing music, playing music, working hard, doing live shows, making money. The main key here about being in a band at the same time is the relationship. The relationship between yourself and your bandmates is what keeps a band going here. And yes, it's always about the music when you're in a band, but attachment, connection, and the whole purpose to stick together is a big key here. That is not what I see about this Oasis reunion. Recently, Noel Gallagher filed for divorce from Sarah McDonald. And in my experience, when I looked at this, it was something new for both of them to be apart from each other. I wish both of them the very best. And Noel has been so productive with new material coming up, with his new album, with his band, the High Flying Birds. I believe it's coming out in early June of this year. Anyway, going off topic here. And also, BBC News had reported, after an interview Noel did at BBC Radio in Manchester, he said that it's a never to say never talk about an Oasis reunion. And ever since that comment was addressed, people went bananas about their pleading actions that Oasis should get back together. And yet we know about, Liam's posts to the comments on Twitter, to his fan base, responding to their messages about an Oasis reunion, various replies multiple times saying that it's going to happen when Noel was the polar opposite, that it's not going to work out. And he did defend his own views that it will not work out. And remember the thing that Dave Grohl and Taylor Hawkins mentioned about them saying Oasis should get back together and Noel was not happy about it? Remember that? But anyways, my answer is that it's still not going to happen at all. So I have made a video some years back with my thoughts about this same thing, and there's one comment that I have said that still sticks with me to this day. The magic is over for Oasis. As much as I love them, I don't think a reunion of this band will work out. You may think otherwise, and it wouldn't surprise me if there's going to be negative comments, which, if that's going to happen, then let it out. Go let it out. See what I did there? Go let it out with your dividing comments, but I feel the same views and feelings about this direction between the pair of them. Liam and Noel should really think about it, get back together as the brothers that they are. Don't think about Oasis, because their relationship has been absolutely tarnished and so difficult ever since the band Oasis had been, a big thing from the 90s until their breakup in the late 2000s. The point of being in the band is, yes, like I said, it's all about the relationship between yourself and the band and the music, but it is also as important to look back and reflect these experiences. And, being in a band is so different. It's like the outside world feeling of doing that than thinking about what you do privately outside of being in a band that you love. So, yeah, Liam and Noel, I don't think will have this face-to-face attachment in person, and the apologies, I don't think will be accepted either, because both of them have made bad things. Well, we know that Liam said this, said that, has done this and done that, and same goes with Noel. But Noel's way of making Oasis very popular is with the music, whereas with Liam was through his tangent-driven and over-the-top behaviour that has nothing to do with the band's music. Liam made Oasis popular because of, what he does and says, and especially with the infamous Wibbling Rivalry interview. And it's still funny and crazy that Wibbling Rivalry track has entered the charts. And, with all the drunken pub brawls and bars fights and the deterioration of the Gallagher's relationship, over time it has not aged so well that people just got sick of it. People just don't think Oasis the same way anymore. Especially after the departure of Guigsy and Bonehead and lineup changes across the board. A different sound of Oasis post Be Here Now, Shoulder of Giants, etc. I think we should all still be very lucky to have Oasis for what it was. We can still love listening and to talk about Oasis. We can still be fans of the band. We can still, think about what made Oasis so important and incredibly relevant in music history. But I can tell you this right now, Oasis will not make a comeback. I really don't see that happening whatsoever. I know I'm repeating myself here, but it is what it is. But even if it would happen, if the brothers would come back and make Oasis reformed again, I don't think it has the same feel. I don't think it would have the excitement and as the specialty that Oasis did achieve, like what they did back in their heyday. We may think otherwise, but, at the end of the day, this is just my opinion. Oasis should really be staying apart. And I know that your comments will be different, maybe negative. But yeah, that's just what I think. We can still appreciate Oasis as a band with their great discography and their impact. But I don't follow on at all with the pleading of a reunion of Oasis. That is all. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll keep you guys posted for more videos in the near future.